This is Aaron, who is an 88 kilogram person. He's a 30-year-old and his height is 5 foot 8 inches. So he says, I figured I need to be 70 to 80 kilograms. So that leaves me with 8 kgs of fat loss to be done. Please suggest me a scientific approach. How do I exercise HIIT, or is it low intensity training, or is it metabolic training? So thank you very much for your question, Aaron. This really opens up a very good discussion on the kind of approach that you need to be going for your fat loss journey. So guys, let's break this down bit by bit. First, let me begin with a little bit of background that you. So guys, let's begin with metabolism. Metabolism is the method by which your body converts your nutrition into energy. Energy meaning ATP. So it has two ways to do this. One is the aerobic metabolism, two would be anaerobic metabolism. As the name suggests, aerobic requires oxygen and anaerobic is in the absence of oxygen. Now, you need to know a little more about aerobic exercises and aerobic metabolism. When your body has enough oxygen available for the requirement, it will run off the oxygen that you are supplying it, meaning that it is in a steady state and in an equilibrium. In this way, the body can go the distance. That means you can keep walking, you can keep working at a constant rate. So you wouldn't exert yourself as much. On the other hand, you have the anaerobic metabolism. This is actually an adaptation. If you push yourself too hard, say you're doing some regular activity and suddenly you had to sprint, suddenly you had to climb upstairs. Now you must have experienced the kind of tingling and the deep pain from your muscles when you work out very fast, and that's the lactate that develops. This is the result of an anaerobic metabolism. It produces a lot of lactate in your muscle. All right, so this is different from the way your body burns through your nutrition in the presence of oxygen. So the kind of exercises you need to be targeting if you want to lose fat is the high intensity exercises, wherein you're pushing your metabolism to such a high level that your body does not have the enough amount of oxygen to burn through your nutrition. So it switches to the anaerobic metabolism and producing a lot of lactate. Now guys, this opens up the next part of this video, and that's it. That's about EPOC. What I mean by EPOC is excess post-exercise oxygen consumption. Now this may seem like a very fancy term, but let me explain you what this is. Now, when you're working out at a steady state, say aerobic metabolism, so this requires oxygen at a constant rate, like I said before. You're not in a deficit wherein you have to change some of the lactate that has been built up. But when you are pushing yourself in a HIIT workout, you're producing a ton of lactate. Now, your body will not tolerate a lot of lactate. It has to recover. So soon after your workout, your body goes into a recovery mode, and this can go as long as from 4 hours to 48 hours, guys. This is an important part of it. So your body will reverse the effects that your body experienced during HIIT. That's called recovery. So to recover from a high intense workout, your body will require a ton of oxygen. This is the excessive oxygen that is required after your exercise, called as EPOC. Now, how is this relevant to fat burning? Guys, whenever your body is requiring oxygen for its functions, it will burn through 5 calories to a liter of oxygen. Now, if you have like a ton of lactate, it will require almost 10 times more oxygen for it to convert it back to pyruvate and also restore some of the metabolites that have been produced during your workouts. So you can tap into this by doing more of HIIT. Now, different types of HIIT exist in the market. Now, one of the most famous one is you do your workouts for 30 seconds, you relax for 30 seconds, you do 12 such cycles, and boom, you're done. That's one approach. That's the tried and tested method. A new one that has now come into the market is called the metabolic resistance training, MRT. Now, this can totally replace the traditional cardio style HIIT. This is more applicable to guys who do not want to burn excessive fat or excessive muscle along with the fat while stacking some muscle at the same time. So guys, what this involves is that you're working very hard with your weights, go like very high weights, and giving very little time between your muscle, for your muscle to recover. This way, you're pushing your metabolism and producing a lot of lactate, almost equivalent amount of lactate compared to the regular traditional HIIT. So now it's always nice to talk about the other side of it too. So you have the low intensity workouts. These have been there for as long as we have known about fitness. So what comes under low intensity is a continuous jog, say about 30 minutes you jog at the same speed. This does require a lot of energy, a lot of calories you will burn through, but you're not creating a oxygen deficit. What I mean by that is you're not creating a lot of lactate because you are continuously utilizing your oxygen that is available from your lungs and burning your calories on the fly. So this leaves you with very little amount of lactate for it to be recovered after your exercise, but it's almost half of what you would experience with HIIT. So going into the statistics, guys, low intensity training will have an EPOC effect of 7% of the total calories that you burn during your actual workout, whereas in HIIT you would be burning almost 14 to 15% of the entire calories that you burn during your HIIT workout. Hope this helps. Please apply this to your fat loss workouts and see if it makes a difference to you guys. Thanks for watching once again. Goodbye.